May 27th, 2023. So after that last video that I posted where I was really emotional after talking to him and just connecting with that energy and realizing as I'm analyzing the videos before I post them, I watch my own videos. Because that is a very healthy practice according to the therapists that I have seen, and more people should be doing this, really. To see yourself from a different perspective than just being internal and self is so beneficial and so crucial, and I challenge anybody to start journaling like this and really start growing from moments like this of vulnerability. And the only reason I share them in public, well, because I think that sometimes people come across these and they really tap into the energies. They really are moved by it in their own lives. They can relate. So it's worth being ridiculed by ignorant people. Not that happens often, but it's happened once or twice. If it's going to help somebody going through a similar situation, kind of find a voice. And so hence why I do what I do. I'm a light worker. In any way that I can touch the hearts and minds of other people and souls of other people, this is what we do. So anyways, going back to this, as I finished up that video and as I was looking at that, realizing, holy shit, Kayla, you're very tapped into this man's energy because, well, you have a soul connection. There's a soul connection there. I like to think that we were soulmates, but since he's so convoluted in his mind and everything, he's just off doing things that someone with his situation would be doing. He is. I got him like a major kick in the ass spiritually a little while ago as I was looking at my video. Not only did I realize that I'm spiritually connected to him still because of the soulmate connection, and I need to purge him from everything in order for me to continue, not just from my chakras, because obviously we're not being intimate anymore, but still, he was still there. But I've purged him from my social medias, and I still had him on my phone, and we're still making contact. It's still going to be something that I'm connected with him on. So I got a sage and everything as well. And I blocked him. I blocked him from my phone. I blocked him. I deleted all of our messages. Like I had deleted our pictures and videos and everything. He is gone out of my life. Cannot reach me anymore. And that's the way it needs to stay, because then I got a download to let me know that he is lying to me and manipulating me to believe that he isn't connecting with other females, and he is. He is the reason he didn't want to come home when I invited him to come back to get the help that he needs. He'd rather postpone getting better physically than dropping whoever people he's emotionally involved with right now. And they're not local, they're long distance, and he chooses that mediocre connection over coming back to work things out with his fiance so he can get the help that he needs over here for his condition. That's how bad he is. So I released him with love. I told him he's dumb. I did. I told him that he's fucked up. I called him sweetheart, you're fucked up, and I would say that to him in person. I was very loving to him. I was real because I always keep it real. Like my therapist says, I'm a conqueror. I don't beat around the bush. We don't beat around the bush. We tell it how it is. But I tell it how it is. These days, I have a little bit more finesse with it. I tell it how it is, but in a loving way. But I'll still dish it up for you, and I take it just the same. So if you dish it out for me, I'm gonna appreciate you for being, honest and bold with me. So if you would have said to me, Kayla, you're being a dumbass, leave this motherfucker alone. He's already showed you many a times that he doesn't give a fuck. I would have taken that, but I have to tell myself that, don't I? No, I love him, but I don't. I told him, man, thank you for not marrying me. Thank you for universe for ripping this man out of my life. I said, sweetheart, to think that I once admired you and respected you, and you've fallen so low. You're in a frequency that I cannot be in, and I need to remove myself from here. I need to delete you. and I need to block you and end this once and for all. So I just said bye, bye, babe, and give him a little kiss. Bye. It's the right thing for me to do. It's the right thing for me to move on. He is in this space right here doing this kind of stuff since right before he left, doing that. He switched from my loving Two of Cups to this. He switched from, he was my Ten of Cups for a minute there, you know, that's what we were doing. We got approved for a home loan, and we're gonna get married, and we talked about having children. He wanted to have another child with me, but then it turned into this scheming, and he's going through this. But in the same time, he's also been going through this, telling me that no, he's gonna keep himself single for, you know, a while until he gets the help that he needs and this and that. He's not, honey, baby. I know you so well, and I know the things that, the practices that you used to have, you've fallen right into them, like almost immediately. I want to say that when you were here still, you trespassed in our relationship, because I saw the guilty eyes of a man who was doing stuff behind my back that he should not have been doing while in a relationship. And the only reason I can tell you that is, one, all my intuition about you was spot on. Two, I'd seen those eyes before. I've seen those eyes in the men that were still living in my home betraying me with somebody else. So it was not, it wasn't something that I hadn't seen before, and it hurt because I'm like, I love this man so much, and he is fucking up our relationship. And sure enough, it turned into this one right here. This is me, and this is all the little things that you've been up to. Maybe this is all you're reading. At the end, baby, at the end, when you come to your senses, when everything starts hitting you, love, when this person phases out or bores you, or, you know, because you're looking for that connection that we had, that realness that we had, you're going to be looking for that for eternity, for your life. You're going to be looking for us, and you're not going to find me anywhere. And in the process of trying to find my light and trying to ignite that with somebody, you're going to burn it all to ashes, sweetheart. You're going to look back and realize all the bridges you've burned, all the people you've hurt, at what cost? The cost of where you are, because that's where you wanted to be, that you hate so much. These things cut you. You hate them so much, baby. Next time you have a panic attack, next time you miss the area, next time you can't reach me, baby. Man, I hate to be you, because you're really going to suffer. You're really going to miss us. And the realness that we were, the realness, the beauty. Go look, you're going to look at our videos and it's going to hurt, baby. But there's nothing we can say. You're in your polar experience. There's nothing we can say to turn it around for you. We can just hold space for you, love you from afar, but not touch you anymore, baby. I need to move on and find my divine man somewhere where I'm gonna meet that person, but I need to be in that space too, and I can't keep trying to hold you in your space. I can just do it from afar and wish you luck and love and self-love. Self-love. You have so much to offer. You're such a beautiful light. When I see you, remember that time at Walmart that I told that you went and got a cart? Let me tell everybody about this story. So I was looking through, you know, children clothes, and we realized that we didn't have a cart. So he said, I'll go back, I'll be right back, I'll go get a cart. And so he went and got a cart, and as he was gone, I was just kind of focused on the clothes. All of a sudden, someone like was rushing down the aisle, like kind of quick, and I forgot that I was with him, you know? And I looked up, and before my brain could really process anything, I saw this man walking really fast by me, like by, and I saw this beautiful light in this man, and all I did was, because people don't light up for me, they don't. I'm demisexual, so I don't find people physically attractive. That happens with time, with connection, with, you know, that. So, but he, the minute before I recognized him, he walked by, and I went, and then, you know, like I was so stunned and taken back by this person's light. And then I realized that was my fiance. I was like, oh my God. I was so happy when I realized it was my fiance, when my brain finally clicked and was like, that's your guy. And I was like, it cemented, that moment cemented in my heart and in my soul that this was my soulmate, and he shines for me, and I think he's so beautiful, and we have such a special connection. So see, that moment right there makes me happy, because we have something special. And maybe someday when he's really down and feeling like this about that loss, the loss of us finally, if it ever hits him, he'll see this video and realize that, baby, you are loved so much, and I'm sorry that this disorder took you away from me. That we both deserved each other, but in a healthy state. And it's unfortunate that didn't happen. I wish you all the best, babe. I say that all the time because it's true. I do. I hope that you get yourself out of this self-pity. I hope you get yourself out of doing shit like this. Become the beautiful sunshine that you are. Become that beautiful bright light that you are. You need to tap into your spirituality. Become a spiritual man. Because I have a feeling you're a bit of a light worker. It sounds like you are. Based on some of the conversations we had, you're just lost, babe. You're just lost. No more of this. No more of this. You're not this guy. You're not your disease. Find your peace. Find your happiness. So these cards don't represent your life. You're all swords, baby. That's not you. This right here is your bipolar. This is what your life has been because of your bipolar. Reconnect with your mom. She needs you and you need her. Understand that you cannot judge the fact that your parents don't know how to communicate appropriately when they're trying to express their hurt or their anger towards you, or their frustration towards them seeing their only son that they still have. So your mother lost a daughter some awful, awful, tragic way. She has another son. She has a son and she has another daughter. And she does not want to see you guys mess up the way that you do. Okay? So understand, you cannot judge her because you're terrible at communicating too. The apple did not fall from the tree. So if you know how hard it is to communicate your feelings when you're even trying to, imagine how hard and devastating it must be for your parents, especially for your mom, to communicate her feelings when she's trying to. Don't judge her for those things. Have the discernment to see past the words that she's using. You know, like you used to do with me sometimes. Have the discernment to see past the words I'm using or the words that she's using because of her hurt. And see that she is hurt. Come at it with compassion. Reconnect with your mom, because you know what? Your mom's not like my mom. My mom doesn't give a shit about us to this day. Your mom is trying. Your mom had hope. She had love in her heart. She was excited. She thought that maybe you had changed and that you matured and that you were a family man, and that she was adding to her family a daughter and a grandson, and she was very excited about that. Now that I get to know her better and consider her a friend, I understand those things, and I think you have it a little wrong. I understand where you're coming from, but remember, your mom is trying, and have some compassion, love. That is your mom, okay? And again, this is all part of your bipolar disorder, that you see her the way that you do, that you see me the way that you do. Therapy, babe. Therapy is so important for you, for all of us. It really is. I highly recommend that you get yourself into therapy. I highly recommend that you go get your medication. I highly recommend you start, and don't quit. Don't quit. I didn't quit on you. I didn't. I just had to get away from that energy, because neither you or I belong there. You're there right now by choice, but I don't belong there, sweetheart. Know that you will always have me as a soul connection, and I'm rooting for you from a distance. I root for you with love, with just all the love that resonates from me that you've experienced in person. as a real woman in your life. Remember that, love. And if you forget, go check out our videos. That's what they're there for, to remember to tap into that energy, because we can tap into those energies at any time when we need a little bit of, we're feeling like shit and we need a little bit of reassurance that there was someone there that really cared about us. You go ahead and tap into those videos. They'll give you that energy and reassurance that you were definitely loved. You loved so much, and not only that, but you were my daylight. You shine so bright for me. And thank you so much for coming into my life, even if it was brief. You left me with a beautiful stone that engraved in stone. It's engraved in stone that you left me, that you were here, that you were present, and it was real. And I'll never forget that. I love you. I love you, my soul. Goodbye, baby.